understand. You have no idea how much I understand. But you also don't have any idea how much I love you. I love you so much. I think about you. I feel you in my heart. I miss you. I miss you terribly.
I love me too.
I just always wanted someone like you in my life.
This has to be one of the most
I just want a
PIMP
pod with
beats
bitches.
to ever be made in the history of PIMP music.
I just want a pod with bitches. Raymond and Jacob in this house, bitches.
Oh,
Anyway,
tell him, King. Keep going.
nah, you fucked it, Jake.
God.
Now I'm all up in that pod, bitches. Anyway, welcome all. This is episode 6 of Dudes of the Round Table. Welcome. How are we all this evening?
Good and full of pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Yeah, you know, feeling pretty groovy. It's the middle of the week, baby. We don't normally do this on a Wednesday, but here we are.
Fucking school night.
It sure is. It's a Wednesday night and we're having
fucking
some cheeky
bedtime.
chats.
Feeling a bit rebellious. Breaking the rules.
Look out. Well, we've got work tomorrow. This is how it goes down.
Right. How are we all, gentlemen?
Very good.
Have we had a pretty productive week so far?
Reasonably, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
How you
busy.
feeling, Chris? What's been happening, man? Talk to me, bro.
Not a whole load much, to be honest, mate. Probably the most exciting thing that's happened is we got some Dudes of the Round Table stickers on the weekend, which we'll be giving out to a few peeps here and there.
Right, do you want to give a little shout out to the homie that organised that for us or what?
I do, but I have forgotten his name. I am so sorry. Dave's brother, thank you so much for making these stickers for us, mate.
I thought you forgot Dave's name. I'm like, what the fuck? He lives around the corner.
In honours of Dave's brother,
We
just gonna
love
plug
you.
myself.
Salute. Now we're going to get some more made from you, mate. We really appreciate it. They look sick.
Thanks, homie, man. We appreciate that shit for real.
Yeah, enjoy those Millers, brother. There'll be plenty more coming.
Yes.
But no, that's my highlight. Probably getting the stickers, man. Work's been the same. Nothing too crazy's been going on this week. How about you, Ray?
My highlight is the light. It's fucking sick.
Oh, shit.
Fucking-
Sorry.
You forgot to mention the sign,
Yeah.
man.
The brightest
Wow.
fucking thing in
It's-
this room.
it's like- fucking right in front of me.
I'm waiting
Wait,
for a sign.
sorry. It's not the brightest fucking thing in the room. My future is.
Oh!
You didn't know?
I don't know.
No, that was actually
Yo, I'm thinking of a sign. Oh, shit.
Give me a sign.
the sign
And
actually
then Brett
says
did.
Dotort.
Oi, Ray, tell us what we got, bro. Pardon me, by the way.
Sorry, it's more like what I got. It was my birthday present, actually.
Fuck off, Chris. Shut up.
Fuck you, this is all of our birthday presents.
It's not even my birthday yet.
Go on, Ray. Please explain.
Please explain. It's a pink neon DOTRT sign.
We actually stole the
I don't know what that
lights
stands
from a
for.
So
strip
for our
club.
first time listeners, DOTRT stands for Dudes
Joke
of the
had to
Round Table.
check. Joke had to check.
Yeah, did the old one eye looking straight and the other one left.
They're actually in capital letters.
Hey, Tispagay, settle down, bruv. You'll be on later. Yeah, so the sign stands for Dudes of the Round Table, and it looks badass. It's got a few different,
There's a few different flash modes on there. We're
Yeah.
having to play with them before. Jake was doing a 4-hour photo shoot the other.
Yeah, I hope if
the
you're
other-
listening at home on our podcast, let us show you. See it?
Yeah,
we'll just put a little flashpoint at that point of the actual pod.
but no. Shout out to Brett. He got this made for me for my 30th birthday,
man,
which was
brother
like
Brett.
6 months
Thanks,
ago.
Brett.
But we
Appreciate
finally
you, bro.
got it. Finally got it yesterday, actually, and I'm
Because he finally
absolutely in love with
clicked
it.
submit order.
He's like, why is it buffering? Oh, fuck, I forgot to put my details at the bottom.
Why do I keep getting emails saying you've left an item in your shopping cart?
So, are you still wanting to purchase this item?
We'll give you a discount.
It's been over 30-day trial. He has to pay, he has to re-sign and fill out all the shit again.
It's double the price.
But no. All jokes aside,
He
it's
just
a.
draws a fucking sign.
Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to talk now.
And it's like,
this
oh,
cunt.
sorry, man. Didn't come in the mail.
Okay, go, Chris.
You fuckers.
No, you know what he does? He gets the fucking, you know the neon snap sticks he used for like New Year's Eve and shit.
With the connectors.
Yeah, the
It's
connection.
different colours. Okay, Jake, shut up. Your brother wants to talk.
My bad, man.
Oh, fuck. My stomach hurts too bad.
As I was saying, am I right to talk now? Anyway, thank you, Brett. It is a fine addition to this room and definitely a highlight of my week for sure. Yes, I can't believe I forgot to mention this, but the stickers and the light,
So
absolutely fucking top notch.
Chris's favourite thing this week was the stickers. Because he can't put the sign on his car.
Hey, if I could, I would. How awesome would that be? Anyway.
Driving around like a taxi.
He's got a fucking adapter, like an extension cord. Just hanging out the window.
I do have a PowerPoint in my car, actually, so I probably could.
Oh, stop, my stomach hurts.
All right. No, we're going to get a photo of me trying to attempt this, so it'll be on the Instagram. Check it out.
Don't do it. It's
I'm
fucking
sorry, all
winter
I'm-
and you're going to get
Not while I'm
electrocuted.
driving. Maybe I might try it.
Fuck me,
All
bro.
I'm picturing is Chris. He's like spent like $1,000 on extension cables from Bunnings. And it's like, Chris, what are you doing? Oh, well, Chris, why aren't you at work? Oh, sorry, I can't leave the house. I can't leave a 50 meter radius of my house. Oh, my stomach.
Oh, shit.
man.
Oh, do I have anti?
All right, Ray. Let's turn to you, mate. How has your week been? What's your highlight for this week, mate? What's been going down?
I told you my highlight was the light.
Yeah,
Was it?
because he didn't forget about it.
Yeah, I must
Yeah.
have. Fucking goldfish brain over here.
Yeah, goldfish. More like blonde fish.
Oh.
Not for
He's
much
definitely
longer.
looking 90s. Even fucking probably late 80s with that outfit he's got on right
It's
now.
definitely looking more
Wait.
like tips now.
What were you
Yeah.
saying before? What were you saying before what he looks like?
Oh, you look like you just stole the fabric out of like a Transperth bus.
Hey, I totally rock it.
Or, as Sam mentioned, you look like the carpet of a like 90s arcade floor.
Fuck yeah. We need a blue light to see how this looks underneath that. That would be pretty cool.
Shame we can't see anything else besides it's reflecting off in a blue light.
Yeah.
It's just a whole bunch of stains.
This shirt actually wasn't.
you get it?
I
Actually, is it carpet
didn't
from the
buy this
90s?
brand new. I actually had this shirt given to me. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From who?
A friend, an old neighbour actually. Yeah.
Shout out to Garni, who is also a good friend of ours.
Jake's also wearing a shirt.
Oh, of his, yeah, actually, yeah. So
Yeah.
shout out to Reese, bro.
It's a
You're the
beach-
man.
Beach ball with a penguin on it.
Ain't nothing wrong with hand-me-downs if they're cool. Why not?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I get hand me ups, bro. That wolf shirt, yeah, it's a hand me up.
Well, fellas, tonight it's a bit of a special one, and it's a bit more of a close to home. This podcast,
No, 20 minutes from Jake, 5 minutes from Chris.
Yep.
yeah, something like that.
Here in B-Town.
We're doing a special pod.
Doing-
Brother Ray. So,
Welcome, Brother Ray.
Yes.
Brother Ray,
There you
welcome
go.
in, mate. How you doing there, bro?
We love you, Ray. No, you're right, Jake. For the listeners out there who don't know us, you're going to get a nice chunk of info about one of us tonight. We're going to delve into the life of Raymond Simmons.
So this week on Survivor. So Brother Ray, man, what is it you do for yourself, my man? Give the audience a bit of a background check.
Give the audience a background check on you.
I'll just go fuck myself.
I don't know what an audience is, but I will
The audience.
distortion. What do I do for myself? I work in the luxury of my own home, even though COVID is over and lockdowns are over. Work for myself. I like to train. I like to go to the gym. I like music. I like creative stuff. I like learning new things. I like to know how things tinker and tick and how things work.
So what you're saying is you're always up for a challenge.
Pretty much. Yeah. So I'm a tinkerer. I like to, this stupid fucking laptop that we're working on at the moment. Batteries don't work in it, so it has to stay charged. One day I'm going to pull that apart and try and replace the batteries. It's an expensive fucking laptop. But
Yeah, then you'll break the computer completely. Like,
I haven't broken anything that I've fucking fixed yet, Chris, so shut the fuck up.
hey, there's always a time for
It's
first.
like there's always a way, Will. There's a way.
If there's a way, there's a will.
Well, what was I saying?
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I like to learn. I like to grow. I like to do things.
You're saying so you work from home now, right?
Correct.
Chris, don't act like you don't know.
I know, but for our listeners out there.
Since when?
Yeah. So you're telling us you work from home?
So
Nah,
what is
bro,
your-
but so you're a PT, or you once was a PT. Is that correct?
Once was a face-to-face PT, yeah.
Right.
So that was when I was 22, 23. Done that for 4 years.
Now you're 35.
47. Done that for 4 years and then, loved it. Got into the fitness industry because, if you really want to start with my original inspiration with getting into the gym was I was fat. I wanted to get skinny to get girls. And then I got more confident in the gym and I said, fuck girls, I like how I feel. And then went through a couple of little tumultuous kind of times in my life, and the gym happened to be the one thing that was there for me that kept things constant and stable.
Mm-hmm.
And it became like a place of solitude almost.
Wait, was this prior to becoming a PT, or was this
Prior,
during?
yeah.
Right,
So I was training quite hard, training regularly, 4 a.m. workouts, dieting. People say I was very miserable and angry around that time because I was dieting all the time. I didn't see it. Of course I was in it.
Except for those bomb-ass results.
At my smallest, I got to 76 from like 110 was my heaviest.
Oh, jeez.
And then at that point, I'm pretty sure it was Amy, Chris's wife, Amy. I don't know if you guys know her or not.
Who the fuck's Chris?
Who the fuck is Chris? Who the fuck is this? She was actually, why don't you go get qualified and get paid for something that you love doing and something that you're passionate about and obviously know how to do very well because you help a lot of people. I'm like, already, not being qualified. So I'm like, okay, cool.
God bless my wife. She's an inspiration.
Yeah, she is. So I went and got qualified, then pretty much a year and a half after that, landed an awesome opportunity at, shout out to Revo Fitness, was my first PT gig. Amazing equipment, top notch, like really spacious, open kind of gyms, good vibes, good music, and very affordable rent as a personal trainer because you're basically a contractor. Right. So you pay rent to then work in that space. And then whatever money you make on top of what you pay your rent, then you keep that. So you work better, you charge more, or the smarter you are, you charge more and you make more money.
Right.
So done that for 3 years. That was awesome. And then due to certain life changes, I quit that, went into retail in the supplement industry, and then ended up coming out working in gyms as a manager, and then stepped away from that and started doing sales for gyms. And now I've stepped into the online world.
Right, so you haven't really left the actual...
No, I've just kind of like sidestepped. I've done this weird thing where I've gone like, PT, blah. I've gone sideways.
I'm loving the evolution of your PT career where you started in like the physical realm.
It's
You
like
get
I was
out
like the
there,
starter pack here,
you
we
get on...
like 10 cards.
He's full Pac-Man his way through this shit. Go straight.
No.
Nah, fuck, I'm going right.
You're out there getting involved with people one-on-one, and now you're online getting involved with people not only in Perth but around the country now, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So
Tell us about that.
the beauty of online. I currently manage about 62, as of today, 62 new members.
Congratulations.
Yeah, shout out to all
Deserves
the
a round of
members.
applause to that bit.
62 women specifically from around Australia.
Awesome.
Ranging.
Yeah, the
ranging,
girls.
No, ranging. I forgot a few letters there. Ranging from like early 30s up to like their mid 60s, all dealing with common female issues and challenges and stuff like that. Specifically like things like menopause and even autoimmune diseases, like certain illnesses. Not saying I'm a professional, medical professional or anything like that, but there are things that you can do within the scope of personal training and just general health that can actually help alleviate a lot of those things. So I actually help a lot of them.
I love that. That's
learn
awesome, man.
about that kind of stuff and really help it be digestible.
Yeah.
Food digestible. But no, in a way, like rather than going and reading a freaking study or an article where they're like, the epidermis connects to the
Red things connected to my wristwatch. Uh-oh.
Rather than reading that and going, I'm smarter, and not applying it because you have no idea how. I use like analogies and metaphors and stuff like that to try and make it very readily, adaptable, and that it just
Yeah.
clicks for them straight away. Yeah. That's what I do now. So
it's not like the stereotypical training, blah, blah, blah. You're actually delving into a different realm that's not really been approached, and you're going full throttle with it, and I love it. It's really
so
cool.
tackling things, mindset, lifestyle, personal issues, if they're happy to open up about that, nutrition, exercise, activity,
So that
well-being.
includes not just the physical training itself, it's to do with dietary stuff as well,
everything
and
inside,
mental health as well, a little
headspace,
bit. Yeah, absolutely. That's a very important part of training as well, I find.
Yep. So helping them just find alternative ways to think and do things. So it's quite cool. It's very challenging because everyone's different.
Yes.
But you see your common trends and stuff like that, which is really cool. And it's all stuff that is applicable to almost anyone. It's just you have to talk to different niches of people and demographics of people differently.
And in my opinion, no one better to do this to help motivate people and get people to make themselves better than what they are. Because from personal experience, training with you, how long's it been now? Probably 2 years I've been roughly training with you?
Yeah.
On and off? And definitely made me a better person, Ray. That's all I can say straight up, mate.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more on that, bro. I've been training with you guys now for about 6-7 months, and it's been fucking the best journey, eh? I've learned a lot more about the gym and myself.
Who the fuck's Jim?
Jim's the guy that's
Cutting my lawn.
But no, like, you've got over a decade experience, and this is your true passion, and I've seen it from day one when you got into it, mate. And I'm really ecstatic to see that you're still pursuing the same dream, and now you're doing it for yourself, mate. Oh, look at those pec flex. Raymond's flexing his tetes.
My nipples.
But no, this is awesome, man. And you're going off onto your own thing now online, which is great.
Yeah, so it's all online. Is kind of really broadens your horizon to be able to help people, because sometimes you're just limited by the hours of the day to make money. It's like, I actually saw a really cool post about that today, actually. And it's like, we go to school, we get an education, we go study, and then we're taught to go, okay, cool, I work 38 hours or 48 hours a week, and I get paid $15 an hour or $20 an hour, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So now you multiply that dollar value by those hours that you work, and that's how much you earn per week. So let's say 30 hours and $15, what's that? That's like $600 or something, whatever it is, like a week, right? Whereas if you take 30 hours and turn that into 30 sales at $50 a week, make like $3,000, $4,000 in a week.
Nice.
So if you can switch
Nice.
your mindset to think about what can you deliver to the world that is going to make the world a better place, but doesn't take away hours from you where you lose time with friends, family, doing things that you want to do. I mean, I do feel like I'm doing that right now because I work a lot.
It's all part of the hustle,
but
man. It's part of the
That's
hustle.
exactly right, Jake. It's all part of the hustle, mate.
Yeah, so yeah, I hope to influence a lot of people and keep influencing and inspiring people as well. I got a message from an old friend yesterday. He was struggling getting back into training after COVID and stuff like that. And he's like, I've put 7 kilos over the 3 months of like lockdown and stuff. I was like, dude, I put on like freaking 6 kilos in 3 weeks just since the gym's open. Weight is irrelevant. Just get yourself back in there and do it.
And then I took a shit and lost half of it.
My gains. But yeah, spoke to him, and yeah, he was like, I know it's not the intent, but like, goddamn, like, you do know how to fire someone up and get them inspired and stuff like that. I was like, dude, if I can turn one person's life better every single day, like, I'm happy. I don't have to get paid for it, but if I know that the world is not as shit of a place as it is when I got here, and I leave it in a better place, then I'm happy.
I love that about you, Ray.
respect that
All
shit,
positive. All positive.
I respect that for sure.
Too many shit people in the world.
There is, bro. Nah, but look, man, you are a true inspiration to me and Chris, and what you do for people is incredible, man. And yeah, we hope to be half the man you are in this world as well, bro.
Don't say that. Everybody's a man just
We
as
love
much
you,
as
bro.
a man as I am a man, and just in your own way.
Nah, you're a good role model, man, and yeah, you're a good bloke.
I'm a good role model man, or good role model man.
We're gonna cut all this shit out.
You're a man.
You know what? You can go
Model
fuck yourself. You're a piece of shit, right?
Fuck you, we hate you. You're already here because you give us
Oh
diversity.
fuck! Would you look at the time? Yeah, that was last knowing you, right? Yeah.
But Ray, let's go back 17 years. This is when I first met you back in 2003.
Oh
mate.
yeah, the fond memory of us walking across the school oval.
Yeah.
You with your high white socks and your
I think I was
Blonde
like
hair
big
that he has
skate
now.
shoes. Yeah, pretty much had the same fucking haircut.
Just less face hair.
Yeah. It's only just starting to grow on my
Including the
ass.
eyebrows.
No, true. Anyway.
Like, what the fuck did you look at me for?
He's like,
I wasn't even there.
Chris is like, you can remember?
But no, I'm saying you've known Ray the same amount of time as me, pretty much. So.
I have indeed. Even though I am 6 years younger than you blokes, I still feel like we all kind of, grew up.
But you're the same age
Words.
as
Yeah.
as
I don't know. I
Raymond.
didn't know what I couldn't.
Raymond's
okay.
younger brother, Travis. Shout out to Travis. You and Travis are the same age.
Yes.
So it's, kind of trippy, me and Ray the same age, and you guys went to school together as well after we left school,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's your tiny sister? Jake's one.
It's growing on his lip. No. Oh, shit. No. But no, many fond memories of back in the day, talking about...
The most fun one is walking
God.
across that oval.
Go on, tell
You
us.
big, thick ass, whatever they were, etnies or something like that, skate shoes, the thick ones.
I remember they were Etni Ardo Saris. They were black and
How the fuck
white.
did you know?
I don't know how I remember that, but they were
Funny
like...
thing is, the bloke didn't even skate either, and he was wearing skate shoes.
Like, yeah,
fucking sick.
I play in a band.
That was cool.
That was cool.
with the fucking silver ball chain.
The ball chain.
Yeah.
Oversized shirts.
Way too much gel
pants
in the
that went-
hair.
Oversized shirt, yeah, and it was
The shorts that
either
went
a
over
band
the-
shirt or what was it?
Only showing that much of your calf, like
Yep.
like 3 inches.
Now, we always had a band shirt underneath our school tops, so it's either...
And then what was it, like year 10? And it was like, you can't wear print shirts under the uniform.
It's like, watch me. I do what I want.
Watch me.
But let's face it, it was either a Slipknot or a Corn shirt, pretty
Yeah.
much. So.
Yo, so okay, but how did you first actually proper meet, boys?
Art class, wasn't it?
I don't remember the first time. It might have been even gym class. I don't know. Do you remember?
No.
For the people listening, this is going really well.
Turns out we just don't know each other.
Yeah.
We just started a pub like 6 weeks ago.
What's your name again? Was it Raymond? No.
We just met right at the gym, like talking how good he really is, but we don't even know the bloke. Chris is like makes up a random number. Like, you've known this bloke for 17 years.
I've known this guy for 35 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm 26. The fuck? Nah, so how did you guys meet?
No, it was high school, first year high school. I don't know what class specifically. I know we did have classes together during that.
Yeah. I think it was either art or it was like graphic design or something like that, maybe. Or it could have been... it wasn't music, so I didn't get into music until later on in high school.
Yeah, I don't know why. I keep thinking like gym
It might
class.
have been like some of the circle of friends, like just to throw out a few names there. And if any of you are listening, shout out to you guys. Like Jess Rasmussen, Corey. I was about to say Corey Taylor. He didn't go to high school with us.
That would have been
He was
pretty cool.
touring the world. Before I forget how I met Chris. Corey, whatever the fuck his name is, Bell. Yeah,
I haven't heard some of those names in a long time.
Yeah, I think it might have been them. They knew of you, or you floated around or something like that, and then I met you through them. I don't know. I don't actually know. All I know is that one day I was walking across the oval with you, and you're like, "Yeah, man, we're gonna go clubbing. We're gonna know each other for the rest of our lives. I can't wait because we're gonna be so fun going out clubbing."
Was that Tits McGee you're talking about, or was that me?
You were Tits McGee.
Oh, jeez, that wasn't that bad.
You were Mitz Tagee.
Mitz McGee. Jesus Christ.
Mitz Staggy.
Nah, but what's your okay? If you can't remember exactly how you met in that, but what's your like most fond or best memory of best early memories of used to like
Early
meeting
memories,
each
so
other?
like let's say keeping it in high school era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we're saying early 2000s.
if it's in high school, I'd have to say that moment walking across the oval with you, because that just sticks in my mind. Like,
Go on,
sore thumb.
go down memory lane.
Where's the harp at? Yeah, so there was that. Then there was you getting an apple or sandwich or something like that thrown on the back of your head. And getting so fucking pissed off.
I was talking to someone at work about that the other day. Like, one of your most embarrassing moments at high school, that
Someone
was
or
one of
yourself?
them. Hey?
Nothing.
He's talking to himself. Do you remember that time?
Edinburgh.
Is that fucking weird cunt's talking to himself again, eh?
Damn painters.
Sniffing too much paint at work.
Fucking Terps is getting to his head, eh?
Too much two-packing.
So,
I think for me, like the old the school concert days.
Yeah.
Those were some pretty awesome memories because like we'd all be in different bands and we'd get the day off when it was coming to the rehearsal session. Like we'd all get into the big, theatre area and we'd all sit and watch all the acts where it could be guitar ensemble, choir, school band, and then you'd have like the individual like bands that would, come in and play in between all the other sets and whatnot. And we just pretty much goof off the whole day and just talk shit, have a laugh. Then we go, all right, it's my turn to go on, rah, rah. We do our thing and then go back to goofing off and talking shit. And then we get to perform. It was over 2 nights. We used to do those school concerts.
It used to be 1 and then I went to 2.
Yeah.
Because we had to fit in like the performing arts and stuff like that as well. And then the freaking flute band and the choir. It wasn't really that great.
Yeah.
Then the people that sang that couldn't really sing, doing their solo acts. Trent and Ross.
Oh, God. Yes.
I don't think they ever played in it, but poking fun.
I remember watching you guys. It was you, Rob, Brett, Willis. Yeah, doing the Limp
And we
Bizkit.
done Break Stuff and Take a Look Around by Limp Bizkit. And he rapped
Oh,
it.
no. You did the Mission Impossible too, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you did that one as well.
Not Take a Look Around. That is Take a Look Around, I think. Is it? Look around or some shit.
let me check.
Yeah, go on. Research Monkey.
Boop, 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 boop. And the band name of your first band was called
Declaimed.
Declaimed.
Dicks for lame.
Oh, Declaimed. Well, that,
We're all well, I don't think... I know I was a virgin at that time. I don't think Brett was. Pretty sure he had herpes.
Take a look around.
Yeah, I told you.
yeah, sorry. It's a Mission Impossible
Fuck
thing.
you, Chris.
We can be wrong sometimes.
You can imagine these guys back in high school playing it and like...
Me and my
the
long
fucking-
ass hair.
Yeah.
Someone hits the chords wrong every few, like, fucking...
Ding, ding.
Oh, and then we played I Hate Everything About You by 3 Days Grace. That was an instrumental that we played it though. So we played that. I think we played that first, and then the next concert we played with Willis doing the Limp Bizkit song, and we had that big PV bass amp, and I stepped up on it, and then jumped off it, thinking I was hell hardcore. Probably why I popped my knees out later on, but
It's all for rock and roll, man.
no, I popped my knees out before I started playing bass. Yeah, that's actually a very good memory. And then Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yep. That was, we've talked about that before. Like my last day of high school was Battle of the Bands, and you guys did play in that, didn't you? I don't know.
Yeah, we did. Rob, Alex, I think Amy was singing at the time as well, and Brett was drumming. We played, but we didn't really get anywhere.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Ah, well, that's some fucking
Yeah.
pretty cool memories.
Mm.
But going back to early days, enough about your memories of Chris. You grew up as a Catholic, correct?
Correct.
How was your childhood, man? What was it like growing up to be Catholic?
I've been hit in the head too many times to remember my childhood. No, so you'd get touched. No, I'm kidding.
Damn.
Catholic, there's nothing fancy or smancy about it. It's just you go to church. It's just not like a Christian church where it's like a hall and...
I know. I understand religion,
Yeah.
bro. I'm not religious, but I'm asking how it was for you, bro.
Yeah, it was just the same. It was
Yeah.
just everyday kind of shit. Growing up, when I was really, really young, it's like, make sure you say your prayers before you go to bed. And it's like, dear God, I hope I go to sleep really well tonight. And this, and like you're just hoping for shit and the next minute you're asleep. It wasn't like what you see in the cartoons where they're kneeling on the side of the bed. I'd literally get into bed because it was cold as shit, and just do it lying there and fall asleep while I did it. Go to church every Sunday. You'd get really nice clothes from Kmart for Christmas, Easter, and your birthday. And
Back
New
then,
Year's as well.
Kmart clothes would have been shit.
They were, and nice shoes were those really weird grandpa Velcro shoes. because I didn't know how to tie my shoelaces at the time. I
Which
still
you
can't
still
tie my
wear now.
shoelaces very well. That's why I'm wearing slides.
That's why I'm wearing Velcro shoes as we speak.
I'm wearing socks with
Socks.
Slocks.
I'm wearing slippers with work socks right now. I'm pretty fucking cool too. From Kmart.
Yeah, so, all right. Yeah, so...
Nothing fancy about Catholic. You know, like you go. I got made go to like what's called catechism classes, which is where you learn about the Bible and stuff like that. You do what's called reconciliation. You get communion, which is where now you are allowed to go up and get the body of Christ thing, the little wafer that they give out, and have a sip of wine. Ting ting.
It's been hooked ever since.
Yeah. And then pretty much after that, the only things you got to do is like confessions if you ever feel like you need to. Get married and die. That's the only other things that you do in the church. Or like if you have a kid, you baptize the kid, of course. But that's not for you, that's for the kid. I got baptized, so I know I'm going to heaven no matter what. I'm pretty much in. Got my golden ticket. No.
Well,
But no, there's nothing fancy about it. It's the same shit. It's just that was it.
Yeah. So did you have a good childhood, or was it pretty fucking average? And by average, I say like, did you get to do a lot, or because of the whole being Catholic and stuff, like you didn't really
Define a lot.
your parents weren't too strict when you were growing up, though.
Yeah,
were
that's
they?
what I was-
Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like,
yeah.
did you were you allowed to hang out with mates and stuff a lot as a kid?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it was like
Could you eat McDonald's and fast foods, or were you like,
Yeah.
everything's bad for you?
only cordial, no cool drink.
Just had dry bread and pull it.
And water, milk and bread.
No, your mum is a fantastic cook. You would have grew up with bomb-ass
Chris.
food on that table every night.
Oh yes. Got to see friends, hang out at friends, play video games. Always got the console that I wanted when the next upgraded console came out.
Sweet.
So it was like I got PS1.
So when the PlayStation 2 came out, you got a Sega Genesis.
I still don't have one.
His mum would put a sticker on it saying PS2 on it.
PS 2.5.
Well, I got. So there was PlayStation, and then you had PS1, which was the smaller version, like the baby version, and then they brought out PS2, right?
Yeah.
So I got the PlayStation when they brought out PS1, and then I got a PS1 because the PlayStation broke. That's my dog attacking the other dog. Yeah, so I would always get consoles late, which was a smart budget move by my dad.
Right.
And then we'd get it shipped, and then we'd go to Video Easy, and we'd burn the discs.
Yeah.
Remember when you could do that for Bali as well? Yeah,
someone-
you have that one
someone-
random auntie that's
yeah.
like, I love Bali. Do you want me to give you all the DVDs?
No,
No, auntie, just chip my PlayStation.
I don't.
Bring me back all them games.
yeah, right. So,
Half of them don't work.
yeah.
6 months
Someone's
later.
coughing on the game. What the fuck? Walking across the screen. It's a guy playing the video game, right? He's like, what?
It's just a video.
Anyway, chip PlayStations and
Yeah, chip PlayStations, Game Sharks, which is this little attachment that you put on the back of the PlayStation, and it would like have all these cheat codes. So you'd go into that before you loaded up the game.
Oh.
So I'd always go and put God mode on Grand Theft Auto, the very first one.
Oh.
you burp and fart
running
bird's
around
eye
going-
view.
I can't remember anymore.
Yeah, that was
I can't
terrible. It's like you're trying to vomit.
I just remember we used to cruise around the BMX with that too, eh? That
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
That
And,
was so
like,
sick.
everyone's swearing at you like, fuck you, asshole.
Shout out to GTA.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I had everything. I mean, it was a little bit protected in terms of like contact sports were like a no. Mum was like, my precious, you don't got an
Even though
and rightfully so. I mean, I popped my knees out when I was 15 doing warm-ups for athletics. So yeah, that was fun.
in the change rooms doing a stretch. Oh.
Come on, Mum!
put his shoes on, like, oh.
Yeah, so there's stuff like that. Couldn't play Mortal Kombat because it was just too gruesome.
It's too
Listen to
violent.
Eminem because he was too vulgar.
Wait, so what, like,
So your parents were strict.
They were okay. For me,
what age did the restrictions just stop? Is what I was trying to get
15.
to. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was the rules, you know.
Yeah, and being the
PG,
oldest.
M15. Like, I couldn't watch M until I was 15, and then Travis came along, and they're like, "Yeah, you can watch it. It's not that bad."
I was just going to ask you
And
that.
you get
I
pocket
bet
money. No, the first child does not get pocket money because he's the favorite, and now Brooke, if you're listening to this, my little sister, that's why I'm the golden child, and that's why Mum gives me everything I want when I come over.
In your face, Brooke.
Oh shit!
I was going to ask you that, like, because you're the oldest, they were strict on you, like, you can't do this, you can't.
Yeah, I was a test.
You're not
child. I'm
allowed.
like, how far can we go with testing him out?
Yeah, until he breaks.
You're like,
I feel that.
yeah. But no, childhood was really good. There was some like every kid, there's little bits of bullying and stuff like that happens. Mine was like, hey, do you own a Quickie Mart? It's like,
That's terrible.
why would you say that? You're Indian, aren't you? Like, oh, no, I don't. Go say hi to a poo. I'm like, okay, cool.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, what the hell? I got called, and this might be a little bit not touchy, and it's not insensitive because this happened to me. So if anyone gets upset, like, I don't know why you're getting upset. It happened to me. But a brown guy called me a brown piece of shit. He was darker than me, but he was trying to be racist to me. But he was from Sri Lanka, and I'm not from India, but
How did you respond?
I got very upset. I stayed very quiet for the rest of the day at school, and I went home. I had a bunk bed at the time.
Is this primary school or high school?
Primary school.
Primary school.
I can't remember how old. I think I might have been 10 or something like that. I remember getting home. Brooke wasn't born at that time. Travis was born, and we had these wooden bunk beds that was like the bottom. It was kind of like they were slated over the top of each other. They weren't directly over. They were kind of off,
Right.
a little bit, because the distance that they were off was like a cupboard that you could go in and put clothes in and shit like that. I came home, put my bag down. Normally I eat something when I get home and stuff like that. I walked straight to my room, climbed up the bunk bed because I was allowed at the top because I was the oldest, and just laid there. And my mum's like, something's not right. Mum's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, nothing. Mum's like, what is wrong? I'm like, can I go call the brown piece of food?
All right.
Yeah. My first instance of racism.
Man, kids are fucked, eh? Bullies,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
They're absolute bullies.
But that's what it didn't make sense. Even my mum was like, you have nothing to worry about. You know he's brown too, right? I'm like, yeah. Can I have some ice cream?
Like, fucking joke's on him now. I'm tall, muscly, and hot, so fuck that guy.
I don't know where he is now. His name's Blake. If anyone knows Blake, that's brown and from roughly around the same part of the world that my parents are.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Blake. You think into my skin.
So, Catholic child, growing up, had hand-me-down PlayStations.
Hand-me-down PlayStation.
Chip PlayStation.
Chip PlayStations. Man, that's a pretty rough childhood, eh?
No, look,
Did you move around much, or did you stay in the same
are
houses?
you calling me a slut?
No.
I am now.
Did you get around much? No, lived in Gosnells, moved to Thornley for a little bit, then moved to Huntingdale, Southern River kind of area.
I can just
So for
imagine
people that
someone
don't know
like,
those areas
Yeah.
that are listening, this is based in
Western Australia.
Western Australia and Perth,
Yep.
the city.
Yes.
so people, someone in like England or the UK or the US is like,
Where the fuck is in Thornley?
where the fuck's Thornley?
Yeah, so lived in Gosnells, was in that house till I was like 13, 14.
13.
Moved to Thornley when we built the other house, and that's the house that's in Huntingdale,
Yep.
which is like 10 minutes away from where we lived before. And then from there, pretty much moved to Canningvale, which is like 5 minutes around the corner from there. So I haven't moved very far, no.
Yeah, you all stayed in the
Relatively the same area.
5k radius of all those areas.
5,
Maybe
10K,
10.
yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, happy days. All right, well, that's a bit of a inside scoop of Ray's early days.
About being a kid of Raymond Simmons.
So,
You got older, obviously, and then you went to high school with us, and that's how we all met and all that, and our friendship grew from there. And 17 years later, here we are, sitting in our room talking shit.
I'll add one thing to the religion side of things. I don't practice being Catholic.
Right.
I think I was raised Catholic. That's about as much as I go. In terms of like religion and stuff like that, I think every religion is the same. If you want to believe in one, there's no one that's better than the other, unless of course you plan on harming someone or something like that. Like Catholic's better than Muslim or Christian or Pastafarians or whatever the hell or Jedis. if you're going to cause malice on on someone else, then your religion really isn't that great, or your belief in that religion is null and void.
Yeah. I think
that's what my arm is like halfway done.
Yeah.
Representing. It's like I've got
Bits
a
and
rosary
pieces
tattooed on my forearm.
different religions, yeah.
Yeah, to represent Catholic and Christianity, and then I've got Ganesh under for Hindu. I've got Buddha on the outside. I've got Karma on the outside. I've also got to put elements on there as well. Elements, not elephants. I know I've got Ganesh on there.
That's my favourite one, by the way.
Yeah, Ganesh.
Yeah, that's
is
sick. That's my favourite tattoo of yours as well. Man.
But yeah, the arm is basically representing that every religion is the same, and if you follow it, it's just basically a community of people that believe a certain set of rules in which you should live your life by.
Yeah.
And normally they're actually good rules.
And at the end of the day, if religion does make you a good person and brings together community in the best way, then I think that is great.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, religion
Everything has
an ugly face when it comes to...
Not just religion, though. Even people that don't believe there's extremes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But we won't deep dive into that.
No,
'cause
we
that's
won't-
a
we
whole
won't
other
get into that.
universe. And
But like
fuck
I was
that shit.
saying-
we're here to talk about Brother Ray.
I mean, like Chris is on the extreme of aliens. It's like, do you believe in aliens? No. Why don't you? Like,
I'm not that bad,
yeah.
but still.
Yeah, man. So, all right, fast forward to the last couple of years, man. You've been through quite a bit of emotions. You've been through, I'd say, some would say hell and back, to be honest.
Who's Helen's back? Who's Helen? Why was I on her back?
Helen.
Get off!
Nah, so, do you want to give us a rundown of, like, what's going on and what's happened in your life in the last, let's say the last 6 years?
Well, you guys know
Yes.
pretty much what's happened to me. Do you want me to go 6 years or you want me to go 8 years?
We'll go 8 years.
Okay,
Go 8
We'll
years.
go 8 years. The past decade.
Okay.
And I hope you're all ready for this, people. Ray has definitely been through a lot.
I'll go through a
so here we
couple
go.
I'll go through in kind of like brief dot points, and if you guys
Yeah.
want me to expand on it, I'll expand on it.
All right.
So 8 years ago, eight and a half kind of years ago, my mum and dad split up.
Yep.
Dad had a dependence on alcohol and depression. Well, not a dependence on depression, but he had depression.
He had
drank.
depression.
We, for a very long time, helped him. But obviously you can only help someone as much as they want to be helped.
It's true. Yep.
And it got to a point where it was becoming a very toxic environment for my little brother and sister. At the time, I was about 20.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a full-time job. My mum didn't have a full-time job because for the longest time she struggled with a lot of autoimmune diseases. 4 years prior to that, she had a heart attack. So she was quite delicate still at the time. And my dad was very protective in nature. Tried to be the only breadwinner, tried to put the work in and stuff like that. So anything that was wrong with him, he put it aside to make sure that he showed up, he got the job done, and could put food on the table, keep the lights on, keep the water running, that kind of thing. So yeah, he was awesome. And then obviously things happened. Mum had a heart attack that affected him. His best friend had a heart attack and died in front of him at work. Which you can imagine, and in the span of 3 months.
Yeah. I remember you telling me this when this actually happened
That's
back
horrible,
then. Yeah.
man.
So he, of course, he cried it out a bit, but he swallowed it all to, no one else is going to work to pay the bills and the mortgage and stuff, so I'm going to go to work. So he kept pushing and obviously went to drinking to deal with things. And then that got worse and worse and worse. Over a span of about 2 years, it just got really bad to a point where like he would wake up, drink, go to sleep on the couch. Like this is like 7 o'clock in the morning. And it got to a point where like he would get really bad. He would throw up. He got pretty bad where he'd have to go to hospital pretty much.
Yeah.
He'd have a good turnaround and then something would trigger him and he'd go back. So it became a problem that he was very struggling to get out of. And then, so then at this point, about 8 years, 8.5 years, got really toxic. My mum was taking a bit of abuse in terms of like blame and paranoia and stuff like that when mum was just trying to support.
Yeah.
And so mum made the executive decision to move out and take my brother and sister with her. And I was free to choose who I stayed with.
Yeah. I remember this time quite vividly
so
as well.
I chose my mum, not because of trying to take sides, but because my mum didn't have a job, one, and that's my little brother and sister.
Yeah.
So I had a job, so I moved out. That got my mum a place very quickly. And in that move, there was a bit of a kerfuffle between my mum and dad, which I didn't like. And I actually didn't talk to my dad for the whole 2011. So he missed my 21st. Didn't contact me, nothing like that. No one from his side of the family contacted me, actually. And for that whole year, I blocked it out. It came to about December that year, and I started realizing I was getting depressed because I was holding on to hatred. So I reached out. We communicated via email a bit. January came around, and then I started seeing him. I saw him twice, and then I didn't see him for about a week and a bit. And then I get a call from my uncle, his brother in Canada, telling me that he's in hospital. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And I was like, no, I didn't know. I don't know why the hell you know before I know.
Right.
Like, that's interesting. So, anyways, I was planning to go see him the next day. Next morning, I get a call from his sister in Melbourne to tell me that now he's in a coma. And long story short, within a week, he was pronounced dead. Brain damage, basically.
Yeah.
So there was that. Lost my dad, and then kind of realized, it's kind of one of those things that puts things into perspective where you're like, okay, everything I was complaining about is fucking stupid. Like,
Right.
if I only pushed forward a little bit more, like, everything could have been fine. But he's at peace, so he's not suffering anymore with any of his inner demons or anything he wasn't happy to deal with. But it was partially, one, we didn't have the knowledge then to help him.
Yeah.
But also he didn't have, I guess, the willpower to break out of like that manly man kind of mindset and seek help.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a breakdown on both sides, which kind of broke down the whole family dynamic and him as well eventually. Then after that, a whole bunch of stuff happened where, which I'm totally fine if his side of the family hear this as well, because I really couldn't give two shits. I wish them all the well. Wish them all well. But I really don't care if you have a shitty opinion on me, because you don't run or rule my life anyways. But they blamed my mum, blamed us for not sticking by him when, anything could have happened after that. I could have gone into a deep depression and done something. My sister could have, my mum could have, my brother could have, So we took the safe option and moved out. It's like, do we all die and have something bad happen to us, or do we make an executive decision to try and make change,
Right.
And unfortunately it went the way it did. So so his family we don't really talk to because of that. So that was that. So there was like, dad's gone now, his side of the family kind of disowned us, or we disowned them. Moving forward from that, what was the next traumatic thing that happened to me?
Oh, well, Ray, I know there's been a few things over the years, mate, but that definitely was...
That was a big one. That was a
very-
big turning point for me. That's where I grew up very quickly in the span of a year.
Yeah.
I went from like...
You went from man to
That's actually
manly
another
man.
going back to another fun memory of Chris, me and Chris hanging out, is when we were 18 and going out to parties and seeing him and Brett get absolutely plastered. And watching them two like bum puff cigarettes like bum puff cigarettes, like kind of like you do now, Jake.
I don't smoke.
I don't smoke.
Mum, if you're listening, they're telling lies.
So I went from like going out and partying and spending money and having fun, but working and taking for granted living at home, to all of a sudden you have a job, you pay the bills, and you make it work. And that was actually the time that made fitness really stick for me.
Yeah.
Because that's when I got into the gym, and that was a time when like I felt like everything else was crumbling around me. But the minute I walked through the gym doors with my headphones on, nothing mattered.
Yeah.
And I walk out, thoughts are all collected and neatly filed away, and I could just function. So it was awesome. Like, I wish my dad had that, because then he could have handled shit so much better. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that, man.
Yeah.
The power of fitness,
Yeah.
mentally
Fitness
and
hold pizza in my
physical.
mouth.
Well, like, the awareness of mental health back then too was...
It wasn't as great as what it is now.
minimal, yeah. It wasn't, it was around, obviously, but yeah.
It wasn't as, I don't think, as like blatantly obvious that it's okay to talk about it, or there wasn't,
wasn't as mainstream.
The Mayo Eagle.
the widest thing to
The
say.
Mayo Eagle. the male ego was, it was a fucking tough one for the gen before us, eh?
Yeah, very tough. It's just like,
Right.
suck it up. It's not good to cry as a man,
Yeah.
or talk about your feelings, because men don't have feelings.
Wrong.
Okay, so rest in peace, first of all, my man. And you have been through quite a lot, bro, which is it's amazing to see how strong you are now, man. And like you said, it's made you even more independent and
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like even in other times when like I felt a bit hopeless or like off track, and it's weird. It's like you can sit there and go like, how the hell? How do you feel? You can't talk to them. Yeah, of course you can't freaking talk to them. There's no voices coming in your head.
Yeah.
But there's many times where I sit there and go, please just give me strength to like get past this shit.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I feel not better, but I just don't think about it as much, and I just get on with my shit.
yeah.
And yeah, I would put it accredited to like thinking about him and going, okay, cool. Look, I can take what you taught me and
Embrace it and take it on.
Yeah, 100%.
Accept the challenges as well as, there's nothing wrong with you, reaching out to him in the spiritual way if you're into that kind of stuff as well, man. Like, I highly believe in that stuff.
Even like for a good 4 or 5 years after he'd passed and we buried him and stuff like that, like I'd go see his headstone and not cry, not talk, anything, because I thought it was weird.
Yeah.
But lately, like coming out of like growth, being old, what comes with old? A good knee and a bad knee.
There's no right or left. It's just this is the good one and this is the bad.
Kind of learn like I can still talk to him, and if I let that emotion kind of come out, I actually feel connected in a way. Like it's
That's
very
cool.
strange.
That's
but
cool.
it's also
That's
very
awesome,
cool.
man, that you have that, bro, for real.
But yeah, moving on from that.
So then you got married.
Yeah.
That's kind of skipping ahead a little bit there.
A little bit there, yeah.
But
there was,
but
there was
in
a
saying
failed
yes,
relationship in between there as well. But
yes. But going
My
from
apologies, fellas.
what you've just said, you were pretty much in your early 20s at this point.
early 20s, yeah.
And going through so much at a young age in your early 20s, I think it's made you so much stronger then, but from what you've gone through recently too, is made you even stronger. Like, but I won't get into that just yet.
Strong like callous.
Yes, strong like rock.
I could not be like Sissy little girl. I had to get strong.
But sorry. Go back to where we were before. Sorry.
So pretty much the rest of the shit is there was a relationship there where I was with a chick for 2 and a bit years. Things kind of failed because she says it didn't happen, but I could kind of see that it was happening. And you don't do this when you're in a relationship with someone. But she ended up just disappearing. Not disappearing, I dumped her. But she pretty much was... You could pretty much call it cheating. With a close friend.
Yeah, not cool. Not cool at all.
Both of which I helped build whether they're still running it now or not, but I helped them build their business. So it's like, yeah, cool, thanks for shooting me in the fucking face. So that was a learning point there.
Yeah, right.
So that was that. The good thing that came out of that relationship is my beautiful boy Mus.
Yes.
So that's when I got him. If I
himself.
wasn't in that relationship, I wouldn't have had a dog right now. So yeah, you get something positive out of everything. So
that's right. You take the positive with the bad, and he was the ultimate positive in that
of
situation.
Dead people if they tried to take Mus away from me. From relationships. So, just saying. And then I remember distinctly after that relationship, sitting in the armchair in my mum's house, going, I'm not going to meet anyone, fuck girls, I'm just going to focus on my personal training business, and I'm going to make lots of money, and I'm going to end up being that miserable old 50-year-old with lots of money and sad and dabbing away my tears with $100 bills. And mum's like, no, son, no, don't. I don't know why my mum sounds Italian. No, I stay, I clean. No, Mexican, the Family Guy chick. That's what Nan looks like. Nan looks like
lemon pledge.
Yeah. And then like 5-6-ish months after that, I met my current ex while I was working at the gym, and I keep doing that a lot. Met her at the gym, and we'd had a history before that, so we'd dated like 6 years prior to that, I think.
Yep.
Met her there, caught up a couple of times. Things went from one thing to another, and then got engaged, got married, had some cool adventures. That was fun, but the one thing kind of led to another. We thought, and I'm not going to say names. Those that know, those that don't know, you don't need to know. Thought we were trying for a kid, and we failed a lot of the times. just miscarriage after miscarriage. And then early last year, she fell pregnant again. But for some reason, wasn't as excited as what, for instance, our good friend Brett and Sam were. And at the time, also good friends Dave and Sarah. They'd fallen pregnant as well around that time. So it was like, cool, fucking trio. Three Stooges are coming along. And then it just was really weird. You could see Dave and Sarah getting really close. See Brett and Sam getting really close. But me and her were like moving apart. I wasn't trying to pull away. I was trying to do everything I could to be who I needed to be. But she disappeared kind of
Right.
And then me being me, if something doesn't change when I'm actively trying to change it, I look internally. So I looked internally, and then I started blaming internally. So I started getting very depressed and thinking I was going cuckoo. Started seeing a psych, and then found out at the end of last year, in October 11th. I remember the date because I was sitting on your dining table,
I remember
Chris,
vividly,
eating breakfast, and I had my phone literally under the table, messaging her at the same time because she'd come and taken the dog and the cat, not Mus. Just one of the dogs and the cat that we had at the time, saying that she missed them. And I was like, well, why are you taking them? Just come home. She'd never stay home. Anyways, that kind of made the penny drop when she was like, yeah, we need to talk. And I went, is the kid mine? Like, we had a gender reveal and everything like that. Is like, the kid mine? And she goes, I don't know. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. So we've done the whole practice and stuff like that. Anyways, fast forward again. Came to, I forget the date, 18th of November. I have to look at my arm for that, that's going to be removed. 18th of November, told her to come around. We talked things out, and I basically told her straight to her face, and I meant every word of it. I was like, I forgive you, but you need to hear about how I'm saying it, because I know you want to try and patch things up and make it go back to normal, no matter which way this goes. But I need you to know that I forgive you, not for you, but for me, because I've done this before where I've not forgiven someone, and it's eaten me alive.
Yeah.
And got me depressed. Right. But I forgive you because I'm ready to move on. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, if it is mine, we're not staying together. Because if you had not told me that, would have you ever told me? And also, if it's not mine, I don't want to see another dude's face.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, right.
Pretty much at that point, called it off. Yeah. And that leads us to where we are today. In that time between that and now, obviously we've had a shitstorm of a 2020. Australia caught fire.
Been a ride.
Don't play with lighters, kids. And then coronavirus. So don't cough in a box and order it from China, like The Simpsons.
Yeah, man. Well, for the listeners, that's
don't elect Trump as president.
That's Ray's.
That's my life.
That's his life. That's it.
But that being said, like,
it's a fucking wild 8 years, man.
Wild 8 years, but I've learnt a lot.
It's putting it lightly.
Yeah. If you've been in it and you've been witness to my life, that is a show. You've seen, at my highest and at my lowest. Chris has seen me at my very lowest, lots of times. From early young me to even now. But there's a lot positive that I take out of it. Is one, I know what I want now as well. I mentioned earlier that I quit PTing due to certain changes and certain lifestyle and stuff like that.
Right.
That was because we were expecting a kid at the time, which was one of the miscarriages. Yeah. So I quit PT because it wasn't a stable income. But now I'm learning that no matter what, I should still continue to do what I love doing, not quit it for
absolutely, man.
someone else. Unless it's detrimental to like someone else's life, of course, yeah.
Yes.
But I'm helping people.
Yeah.
And I'm
Preach.
trying to do it to
Preach. So I love about you, Ray. You always through everything that you've been through, you have been the strongest person through all of this, and at the same time you always think about putting other people first, and that is just one of the best things about you, Ray.
Cry, man.
But seriously, no, there's an angel on earth, Ray. You're definitely one of them, mate, and you're definitely someone to look up to, mate.
Bow down.
Ray,
on your knees.
Ray, forgive me for my sins.
These are Jake's confessions.
We love you, brother, man. And
no, but in saying everything that you've just told us, Ray, like said, through the highs and the lows, mate, I've been through a lot of them with you, mate, and just to see where you are and where you're at now, and even seeing you going through all that, mate, like people should take a few fucking notes from your book, mate. Like, they can definitely learn something from you, mate. Just to be positive and stay strong through things, and don't let whatever life throws at you get you down to the point where you can't go on anymore.
You can.
You get yourself up and you keep fucking going, mate. And that is the one thing I love about you the most, mate, is that you're a fighter, you're a survivor, and you're a teacher. You've taught me so much, and that's just being straight up, mate. You've taught me a lot. You've made me a better person, and watching you go through all this has been absolutely heartbreaking for me to see. But at the same time, I look at you on another level, mate. Like, you're not human. You're something else, mate. And
don't tell everyone. I was singing that in my head while he was doing that speech.
Chris, just say the speech one more time.
Shit! Raise a survivor! I'm no Beyonce. Shit.
No, I think I'm not better than anyone. I'm not above anyone. I'm damn sure well not below anyone. But no matter what you go through, if you have a super easy life, if you have a fucking difficult life, there is always someone out there that feels it harder than you, and there's always someone that feels it easier than you. You know, I'm going through a separation and a divorce at the moment, but does that mean that my situation is harder than a normal 3-month breakup because you're incompatible with whoever the fuck you're dating? Nope. It's just as, you know, if it's super painful after 3 months for you, then it's super painful. Yeah, you know, like it's relative to the person. You know, everyone has a different level of conditioning where they have small amounts of shit leading up to big amounts of shit.
Yep.
And then some people have big amounts of shit hit them straight away. How you handle it is completely different.
That's right. Knowledge, strength, and wisdom definitely comes from struggle.
Yeah, and just know that no matter how many friends you have around you or how many family members you have around you, if it's lots or if it's little, there's still someone who gives a shit about you.
Yeah.
Even if they don't know you. Like, I don't know any of my members personally. Like, going back to my work thing, I don't know any of them personally. But I get invested, and I've actually gotten emotional hearing some of their stories and how they, you know, feel certain ways and, you know, stuff like that. And because I actually give a shit. They're human beings at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know any bad things that they've done, nor should I judge them on that. That's their life. It doesn't influence me.
Yeah.
So no matter what you go through, just know that you always have support, you always have help around you. You just need to be willing to reach out for it, and know that if you do feel that way and you need to get that help, or even just to talk about that stuff, it's not coming from a place of weakness. Never looking at yourself as you're weak or anything like that, because to be able to talk about it is coming from a place of strength, because you have power to actually make it real by making it come out of you. Because if keeping it in your head, it just grows, and your skull is not something that can move. So think of it as like there's just no more room, it's going to consume you.
And as cliche as fucked as this is, but you know, people can give you the tools and the guidance that you might not have specifically for a certain topic that's going on in your life.
And you might need to talk to 2 people to figure out who's the right person to talk to.
Absolutely.
You might need to speak to 20 people to figure out who's the right person is.
So reach out to someone if it's not if it's not Lifeline or someone else, or like you know, just reach out to someone that you think can give you a different opinion or a different perspective on what's going on in your life.
Yeah, look, if you're listening to this and you don't know who the fuck to talk to, you've talked to friends and they don't seem to get it, they just brush you off. If family does it, counsellors don't feel like it. I'm not saying I'm a counsellor at all, but you know, hopefully if you're listening to us, you follow our Instagram.
You follow Instagram
at Dudes of the Round Table and Facebook.
Yeah, reach out to us.
But yeah, reach out. You know, all of our tag handles are there, and if anyone, you know, wants to flick a message and just be like, hey, look, this kind of helped, or you know, I've gone through something similar, but I don't know who to talk to about it. You know, I'm very happy to talk to anyone about it, even if I don't know you. And sometimes that's the best thing, is talking to someone that you don't necessarily know, but you know that they have similar life experience.
Yeah, the Raymond Simmons hotline, it's $5 a minute. You can talk to them about anything you want. All proceeds go to our Dudes of the Round Table fund.
But yeah, man, no, like Chris was saying before, bro, we really do appreciate everything you do in life. You're a hero without the cape, that is. And you're just a genuine, awesome person, man. We love you, bro.
I'm Batman.
We hope the listeners sat through most of this, and if you did, thank you. We appreciate that.
We appreciate all the tissues you just used during that episode as well.
We know it was a little deep, and it may have touched a few wounds of your own.
I mean, using the tissues on your face, not anything else.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, Jake.
Mom! All right, but it's been a pretty awesome deep dive about old Ray.
Yeah, we just want to give a bit of a piece of Raymond's soul to the listeners. You know, like I said before, those who don't know us personally, we are going to deep dive into ourselves individually and give a bit of info
Not every
about
week,
us.
but...
No, but eventually, yes.
Yeah.
But Raymond, no, you have told us a good chunk of your life, mate, and the good stuff and the bad stuff, it's all good, mate, but at the end of the day, you're a positive person and you reflect and you shine your positivity on everyone that you meet, mate, and that's the absolute truth, mate. You're a
Thanks,
good person,
guys.
and we love you, and anyone who doesn't, you're an asshole.
Well, if anyone who doesn't love me, they don't love me. They can go be happy in their own life. Fuck
It's all
them.
good.
Fuck
Just don't be a cunt in the real world, all right?
Yeah, be nice.
Treat people with respect and, happy
Be
days.
nice to your mum.
Keep on keeping on.
That's right. You're a testament to going through shit, making you a better person,
How many
and not
fucking
letting it get you
compliments
down.
can I give me?
Hang on, I got about six more. You're a really good cook, and you're a good.
No, but for the listeners that have made it up to episode 6, which is this one now you're listening to, we appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in and taking the fucking time to just listen to us.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of my life.
No, but we really appreciate you. And if you are a first time listener or you're a last time listener because you fucking can't stand our shit, we appreciate you. We love you too. And thanks for getting this far. Anyways, we
Thanks for
appreciate
listening
it.
to my story, guys. Thanks for listening to us up until this episode.
Episode 6.
We'll keep in touch. Talk to you all soon. Peace.
Bye.
Take care, everyone. Love you. Check out, we got stickers. Bye.
I love Bali.